Donald Trump just announced his reciprocal tariffs today. By the way, happy Liberation Day. My portfolio is actually feeling pretty liberated right now. Anyways, I know you guys are going to be seeing this like 5 days after the fact, but I just wanted to say happy Liberation Day, and hopefully the markets continue going down off this news. We're going to have a lot of great buying opportunities coming forward. So let's just go over our portfolio. We've been buying for over 18 months now. I'm a little bit late on getting this video out, but as you can see, we've gone down quite a little bit, I guess, over the past month. If we look at 3 months, we're still trending up quite nicely. Looking at the 1 year, we're at over 18% performance. If we compare that to the S&P 500 over the past year, we're sitting at about 13 alpha against the S&P. And if we look at the NASDAQ, about 14 alpha. So we're still performing very well against the top two main indices. Let's just go through the holdings and see what sells we've had. So, and I'll just have the total percentage gain on all of these positions. We've got TLT holding in strong. That's long-term treasuries. And with this drop in after-hours trading, the S&P being down, long-term treasuries are actually coming back up in price, meaning the yield is going down, meaning that people are buying treasuries. So this has really been a nice hold, I guess, in the portfolio. We've got just under 20% holding in that. And you'll probably already see me post a short for this for the daily $10 purchase, but I'm probably going to start liquidating this slowly and buying stocks at a discount. Also, if you're not subscribed, just so you know, I've got a lot of very interesting stuff coming up. I think that the investment approach that has been working for the past 10 years is not going to be as effective for the next 10 years. And once we hit 10K in this portfolio, we're kind of switching up the entire shebang, and hopefully we'll be able to do that before the end of the year. But make sure you stick around for that, because we're going to have a lot of interesting stuff and a complete rework of how we're doing our investing. But I'm going to start implementing it now, little by little. I'll just kind of keep it secretive on what exactly it is. But we've got our not pharmaceuticals, but our healthcare at the top, which have been performing all right. We're in the green on those. We've got Ulta, technically in the green. Ulta's been pretty down, really. Just trended up basically the past month. Comcast, Intel's surprisingly in the green for us. We bought, I think, at about $20. Target, XYZ. So we're seeing a lot of these stocks, Comcast not really, but a lot of these stocks like Target, XYZ, PayPal, Atcore, maybe not Atcore, but some of the Chinese stocks, Google and T Rowe. These are ones that I'm really liking the price they're at right now, and I'm really hoping that the market continues trending down. I hope that Donald Trump doesn't just say, okay, just kidding, let's take away tariffs. Maybe he does within the next 5 days before this video posts. But if he doesn't, there's a high probability that the markets are going to continue trending down, which, quick disclosure, I know that I always said, don't mess around with options or short trading or whatever. I got to just disclose this. I have taken a short position against the market, and it looks like it's going to pay off with the after hours trading after the tariff announcement. I don't know if I'm going to keep holding it. It's a long-term short. But anyways, that's kind of a hedge against all my other investing accounts that I'm in right now. This is just the YouTube fun account. But I did do that, so I just want to let you guys know I do preach not to get into options and all of that, but I ended up kind of succumbing to that. Anyways, I think Target, XYZ, possibly Comcast, and possibly T Rowe, I'm going to be buying up more. Also Google if it goes just a little bit down. If I go to equity, I really want to keep these positions that I don't want to load up on. I just want to keep them at the $300 level. So Atcore, if it stays at this price, we're not adding. Baidu, we're going to add a couple bucks. Baba, a couple bucks. So I just want to keep these at a $300 level. So if they continue going down, I'm just going to buy up a couple bucks every day here and there and bring those up. Google, I'll probably raise this position a little bit if we get it more discounted. Google is, so I'm taking MBA classes, and my previous class, my instructor, she's very awesome. She does a lot of really good valuation calculations, and her valuation was $170 fair price on Google. Google does have very good growth potential long term. So being at a fair value of 170 and also their, very, very good stable growth, I think this is honestly a really good long-term buy and hold. It has started paying out a little bit of dividends too. So for those that are looking for dividends, Google might be a good appreciator of dividends over time. So anyways, that's really it. Stellantis, a lot of these companies that I'm holding are unfortunately going to be impacted one way or another by tariffs. So it definitely makes sense if they start trending down, if they, get a lot more discounted from where they are. But I honestly think that tariffs are not going to be a long-term pressure on the, on our economy, on these stocks. The stuff that's happening right now is temporary, in my opinion. And I'm really hoping that it is temporary because there are going to be a lot more issues than just trying to buy stocks at a discount. But just so you are able to see all of the dollar amounts, see all of the total percentage changes, this is how it's looking. And just to take a look at a couple of the sells that we had this month. Anyways, we're going to jump in, just so you guys see, we're going to jump into the realized profits and losses. So just so you see a couple of the sells that we had over the past month. So let's just show all for this month. So I did sell a little bit of TLT, I guess. Yeah, about $100 a pop just to do a couple purchases, I guess, when some stocks went down. Did sell those at a tiny loss, but the dividends that I've collected over holding the TLT position actually cover this, and also the recent gain on this should pay for it. So really that was kind of just like a cash position sitting there that was low risk. We did do a super quick trade on NVIDIA, made $5 in profit. Sold some Baidu, sold some JD. So really just, tiny little spots. Look at that Alibaba, 94% profit. So $22 profit, nothing to write home about. JD as well. Kind of cut those Chinese stock positions because they were getting a little large for the portfolio. And honestly, with the tariffs and everything, I think for China, we have a 34% tariff. So, that could also impact those quite a bit. But over the past month, we realized $127 of profit. Past 3 months, 187. If I go max, okay, perfect. This portfolio goes way past 2024 in the past. So wanted to make sure that didn't get skewed. But we realized $866 so far in this investing challenge. So that's about it. We're doing pretty well over the 3 months, and hopefully we continue trending this thing up. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tune in to the $10 to 10K challenge because we've got a lot of stuff planned for this year. So anyways, I hope to see you in the next one.